During COVID, the veterinarian's office would not allow people inside. Instead, you made your appointment and whatnot, then when you got there you'd park, call them, and they'd come out to bring your pet in. When done, they'd call you to come pick up your pet the same way. At the time, I had a car with no AC during a very hot summer, on a day with no wind. The vet had called me to go get my cat back, so I showed up to the parking lot and called to say I was there. I waited a few minutes, which stretched on forever. My cat was taking too fucking long. I'm pretty sure they forgot me. I had my car door open partly for some relief from the heat and partly because I was about ready to go knock on the office door for my cat. Just as I was about to get out of my car, I heard a woman yelling. A woman in a tank top but no bra came running down the street screaming something unintelligible. I was parked in a space close to the sidewalk, so she saw me and made a fucking beeline to me, screaming for help, that her boyfriend was going to kill her, etc., but when I tried to call 911, she snatched the phone from my hand and got all up in my face, screaming at me to not call the cops. It was fucking terrifying. I can still remember her eyes and how fucking freaky and wide they were, and the fact that one tit fell out of her shirt. She tried to walk away with my phone, saying she was going to chuck it at the wall, so I was trying to grab it back. I really thought she was going to hit me or something. She was super aggressive. While this was happening, I could see people in other cars in the parking lot roll up their windows and lock their doors. I managed to get her to give my phone back by telling her that I wouldn't call 911 and that I just want my cat. Then she started crying, screaming at me not to abandon her. I told her to come with me to the door, and the nice doctors could get her some help. We went to the door and I knocked, and they were like, "Sorry, you can't come inside." I was like, "I've been waiting for my cat for almost an hour and I really need to use the bathroom." The lady at the door doubled down about not letting me in, while the crazy lady kept crying about being abandoned. "No, you don't understand. I really need to use your bathroom, like right now." The vet did not get the hint and was like, "Well, what's your cat's name so we can get it to you?" So I told her, and then she told me to wait in my car again. So I turned to the crying crazy lady and said, "Okay, I'm going to go to my car now, but this nice vet lady can help you, okay? I am not abandoning you. I just need to go back to the car for a minute." And that's when the vet asked if she was with me and I was like, "Nope," and went to my car while she and the other vet office person dealt with crazy. When I got back to my car I rolled up the windows, locked the door, and called for help. I specifically asked for an ambulance or something but they sent cops instead of course, which didn't help, but I got my cat and left before I could see the aftermath of all that. She was getting very combative with them, but it was too fucking hot to be sticking around. I just wanted my to take damn cat and to go home. I was at work, just going about doing my job. I noticed a man at one of the computers staring at me, but you often get people with poor social behaviors in a library, so I didn't dwell much on it. Later, near closing, I noticed him sitting in the YA area, which was way down the far end, just kinda watching as the library got emptier and emptier as it got dark out. Usually we have 4 people on closing that day, but it was down to just me and another young coworker. It was 10 minutes to closing, and a customer was having me photocopy pages and pages of religious stuff and praying at me for my help while I was trying to get through all the stuff she wanted so I could finish helping my coworker with the closing. I was aware that I was being watched, but was trying to pretend like I wasn't. It was then that the man stood up, eyes still on me, and approached in a straight, unblinking line. "I need you to come with me," he said, pointing back up to the far side of the library he'd come from, which was empty of anyone else, an obscured line of sight and was right by the toilets. "I'm sorry, I'm busy helping someone else at the moment," I said, still ignoring myself and staying in customer service mode. "Maybe, coworker, can help?" My coworker goes with him, and I had this feeling like I just traded her life for mine in that moment, and made sure to keep an eye on her as much as I could while helping the old woman whispering prayers while I copied things for her. A minute later she came back very quickly and I finished with the old woman at the printer, who left. I quickly went up to my coworker and asked if she was okay, and what happened. He'd taken her up to the table in yaw, and had pointed at the chess set. She'd asked him if there were missing pieces, and if she needed to fetch some replacements. "No," he said to her, "you're going to sit here and you're going to play with me." So she notepad that on the spot, and said she needed to get back to help me with the closing, and rushed back. He then vanished, but neither of us had seen him leave the library. Normally we check the toilets individually before locking them, but this time we just locked them without checking. We then locked the front doors and went into the sealed off staff area to leave, and that's when we finally freaked out. I voiced my thought that he had big Ted Bundy vibes, and that there was something wrong in his eyes. We agreed that everything about him felt like a predator hunting, and that he sent alarm bells ringing in our heads like crazy. We were very careful to move quickly to our cars in the dark parking lot, and to lock our doors the moment we got into them.